Hi everybody, this is Ginger and this is Ginger's Chat Show, and I hope everybody is well and safe. I feel sorry for you guys in the Midwest that are getting slammed by these storms. Um, Thunderstorms, tornadoes, um, there's more to come. Also, according to Storm Chaser Vince Watley, who I've been watching, uh, there is going to be high plains hail hitting the areas, so batten down the hatches. Make sure your animals are safe, and make sure your cars are in their garages. That way you don't have the broken windshields or broken windows. Uh, the house, unless you have shutters, you can close the shutters, um, which prevents broken windows. Other than that, I hope that you're safe and well. I'm kind of winging it today since I don't have my Winging It Wednesday feature, but I'm changing it to more like Winging It Monday feature. Um, I'm just giving myself 3 days to get content and gather the news and everything else. So, of course, Trump he messed up on the reflection poll, and he blames on everybody else but himself. He should just left it alone. The reflection pool was last repaired in, what did they say, 2022. I think it was when it was last done. Because it's maintained by the Parks Department. Um, and because what happened was it did sink a little bit. The reflection pool did sink, and so they had to do some corrections on it. Um, but he's arresting people for vandalizing while the stuff is coming up out of the paint being stripped off because of all the chemicals they put in it. Uh, and it's coming up and people are taking the souvenirs. Leave the people alone. Uh, they're not vandalizing it. You're the one that vandalized it, Trump. You're the one that caused the mess. So I strongly suggest you get people in there that know what they're doing and believe in science, okay? You don't put blue down there. It should be just plain white bottom of the reflection pool. Drain it, wash it, put proper pool paint down there to paint it, and put fresh water right back into it and just leave it alone. You're the one that messed up, Trump. Stop blaming other people for stuff that you screwed up on. Start taking responsibility for your actions, Trump. Might be too late, but I don't care. You're an idiot, Trump. You're stupid. And Miller's stupid. And everybody in there in the administration, start using your brains. And Congress, start using your brain and remove Trump. Get him out of there. Then once he's out of there, start putting in super strong guardrails so none of this ever happens again. There should be no president should be, a person who is elected president should not be a convicted felon, should know how everything works in government, has some experience, okay, and doing good works for the people. Do what's required to help the country. Right now, you're not helping the country any, Trump. It's all for your little selfish self. That's all it is. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Nancy. You know, I just can't believe how stupid some people are, especially RFK. He should not be. I thought the person that would be head of the Health and Human Services is supposed to be a trained physician, trained doctor that knows what's what. Okay? And RFK is not. He didn't have a doctorate degree. And of course, we all know that his family basically disowned him. They booted him, what they did. Now, as of course I mentioned this last week, one good sign is that the Kennedy Center for Performing Arts, Trump's name was removed. And that's good. And the courts are pushing back. They're pushing back to no, this is the law. This is the way it is. Thank goodness we got former presidents, judges in there that know what's what. Now, also over the weekend, which is really kind of cool, it happened. Well, they had the grand opening Thursday, but the actual doors opened on last Friday at the Obama Presidential Library. I saw some clips of it, and it's really cool the way they have it set up. He had a garden there for those that want to go in there and, like a kitchen garden for those in the community, and a library. Actually, it's part of the Chicago Public Library, but it's a brand new library branch in the Presidential Center, which I think is really super. Thank you, Nancy. So, see, President Obama is giving back to the community, and that's what he's doing. That's what you're supposed to do. He is showing leadership. Okay? That's what a president does. He shows leadership. He supposed to listen to the people, which President Obama did. In many ways, I wish President Obama ran a third term, but, of course, the Constitution doesn't allow it, only 2 terms. And Trump should have not been. It should, during the 2020 election, or not 2020, the 2024 election, what should have happened was that Trump's election should have been null and void. Because there was cheating in there, and that should have been caught. Because why during when the actual election was going on, the numbers are being counted and everything, all of a sudden the numbers shot up on Trump's side. Why did it go up so fast? Why did it change so fast? Because normally, as I said before, normally in a regular presidential election, it takes a while for the numbers to come in. Okay. Especially for those in Alaska, our friends way up north, and those in Hawaii, in our territories, it takes a while for the information to come in as well. The election numbers to come in as well. So, I think Elon Musk has been tampering. And also, we know that Trump cheated on the 2016 election. We know he did because Hillary was ahead of him. So I think now, on the 2028 election, which is about 2 years away, I strongly suggest that we don't use the electoral college anymore. It's not needed. Okay, things have changed so much. We got more of our population. Women vote, minorities vote, and everything. That should change. We should just go by popular vote. Elections is all about numbers. And when you're running for office, you're trying to show the population what you can do or what you hope you can do to make things better in your area. That's what it's all about. Why do you think Patty Marie is able to get in there? Often, some people say she's making a career. Maybe, maybe not, but she does such a wonderful job. We just went, hey, why change? Okay. There's some senators and some representatives that do such a wonderful job for their state and their communities that they want them to stay in there. Now, ones that start, like McConnell, now he should go. He should resign and pass the torch on to somebody else. And that's what he should do. And if there was somebody posted a thing regarding what should be done after Trump is gone to make the guardrail stronger, uh, which is great. No president should be elected after the age of 72. And that I agree with, okay? Because by the time you get up to your 80s, you're tired of all the stresses, okay? I may not look it. I'm 70, but I may not look it, okay? Apparently I got good genes. uh, some have it, some don't, you know? But we need to make the guardrail stronger for the president. And the president is not above the law. Okay? They say nobody should be able to arrest the president. Well, I beg to differ. Because when, back in the 1870s, not Garfield, who was the other one? Around the 1870s, this is just after the Civil War. There was one who was president. He got arrested for speeding. Well, back then it's a horse and carriage days, okay? And you should not be running your horse down a cobblestone road. I'm sorry. Just walk, not trot, not canter, walk. Because being a horse person, when you do that to a horse, that causes what they call mechanical founder. It puts too much stress and bruising on their feet. But he got in trouble for it, and he got arrested for it. The judge said, even though you're president of the United States, I'm still going to charge you a fine. He paid the fine, of course, and he said he won't do it again. And of course, this is before the Secret Service was really beefed up and they don't allow the president to drive himself around anymore. Back then, that president drove himself around. Okay, he rode his horse or drove a carriage, things like that, or ride his horse. Now they don't allow that. So, and of course, now we have the beast, which is the presidential limo, and that's supposed to protect the president. Now, as far as Trump goes, himself, more I see pictures of him and everything else, he is not doing good at all. For people with dementia or developed dementia, it's usually about 3 years later, and they do pass away. I lost my mom in, she developed dementia in 1990. She started developing it in 1998, 1990 time frame. 2001 is when I lost her. So it was like 3 years after that. And so, but Trump, he doesn't really have that much longer, the way he's looking. And I don't appreciate the White House lying. And they're, to me, it's telling me that they're denying that he has an issue. I go, guys, you better wake up. Start being truthful to the American people. And you know what? Start pushing the fact that Trump needs to be removed from office. He's not fit. He doesn't know what he's doing. And Miller should not be running it. Miller is a little pointy little brat. And he needs to be removed. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Let me check my calendar real quick for Friday, this coming Friday. Let's see. I will see you on the 26th on Friday. So stay safe. Keep an eye to the sky. And I will talk to you later. Love to all. Be sure to insist, persist, and push back. Keep doing it. Okay? Talk to you later. Love to all. Bye-bye.